Thursday, July 28th, 2016. These guys got their haircut here, and the guy said, "Where were you guys at? You were late," and they were doing the convention.
Okay,
So we were at Woody's
okay,
Barbershop,
perfect.
and guess what? We got much more than a haircut, and that's these guys here. So that went international, right? International by itself. So whenever I do my events, I wear all red, represents blood. That's the only color we really are. So all the different professors that were there that day, I was just sharing with them the concept. So you give me your card. If you have a card, that'll help because the Barbershop Talk Human Family Day, I did it for 18 years.
Wow.
When COVID came out, I stopped because I didn't want to make people sick. But look, the health and human life is worth fighting for. Be a lifesaver, starting with your own. Control your behavior. Be a good neighbor, man.
I can adhere to some of that
Love
myself.
your neighbor as you love yourself. These are the keys of the things that I was pushing for 18 straight years to make sure that people like Hillary Clinton, who made history, the first female that possibly could become president of the United States, I did that for them. Now, walk over here. See these two people right here? Okay. That's my mom and dad.
Oh, wow.
Every day I come in, I do this. Way before I get a customer, I'm here about an hour early just to clap for those two beautiful people that made 10 children.
I love
And
it.
never did we have to move from one house to another. 912 South 19th Street is where I lived all my life. And my mother and father bought all the houses from one corner to the other on their side of the street.
Really?
All around.
Oh,
So
wow.
to me, that was great. Now, when this young man came in, my old 1947 Caddy that I still have, Michael Jackson says, "Can I drive it?" I said, "No, you can't drive my car." Then he says, "Can I sit in it?" I said, "Yeah, let's go sit in it." And I got right behind him just in case he wanted to put it in gear or something. I wanted to let him know you're not going to drive my car. Nina Simone, when she came to my shop, first thing she says, "I want the man who cut Michael Jackson's hair to do my hair." That's how she said it, right? So I told her, I said, Miss Simone, can you take a picture of my car? She said, "You will come to my home tomorrow. You will wear a suit and tie.
Wow.
We will go around the East and West River Drive. After that, we will return to your barbershop. There, I will take the picture." So she took that picture that day with me, sitting on the side of the car. I had to get dressed up, put a whole suit on, go pick her up from her home, and then drive her around the East and West River Drive. We got something to eat. And once I took her back, she was living on Walnut Street with that big apartment building, 23rd Walnut. That's where I dropped her back off.
Amazing. And tell me.
This guy here, East Eden College, great man. He died. That's Kenny. You know him. Georgie Woods, the guy with the goods. Cody Anderson, who just passed, Jocko Henderson. These are guys that made history. And all the mayors that came through, from Michael Nutter and the Congressman, Chaka Fatai, he's over on the other side there.
Wow.
All of those guys came through the barbershop through the years.
So you met up with Michael again, years later.
That's not Michael.
Oh,
This
that's
guy
not-
I'm working with now to do something online so we can promote the real Michael, because this guy does dances, he moves like Michael.
Interesting.
He did a whole thing at all my events. He would come. I just talked to him yesterday. So I'm telling him, like I told Charles Barkley, when he came, Moses Malone just won the championship in the city. And Charles's first day he came to my barbershop. Charles was sitting here, and I'm over here cutting Moses' hair. Now watch this. I'm cutting Mo. Well, I'm cutting Mo. Mo is kind of quiet. He don't talk a lot. So he said, "Hey, wait, hey, take my key. He wanted me to drive this new Maserati." So I said, "Mo, what I want to do your hair." He says, No, take it. I want you to take a call. Just take around the call. And I went around the block and came back. Remember, this is Charles' first day.
Okay.
I come back in, I'm like, "Oh man, that's so nice, Moses. That was great. I never wrote nothing like that." And then Moses starts smiling. Then Charles walks over from the chair and comes here and does this. Moses sitting in the chair. Charles says,
that could change if folks don't want to come out and vote, or folks come out and
Moses
decide they don't want to retain them.
Take you
But I
outside.
would encourage
Moses Malone took Charles Barkley outside and
U.S.
said,
Supreme Court.
"Look, man,
Right, take a look at what's going on at the federal level across how the
work for
courts
the damn
operate in this
NBA.
environment.
Buy your own car." Charles went out and
And
bought 5
you tell
cars.
me whether or
That's
not
so
this
funny.
is
Isn't that crazy?
That's so
But
funny.
he'll tell you, Charles is
It's
still
not
living.
extremely important.
Charles will tell you
You're
everything I'm
listening to
telling you.
Words on
Plus,
WRD,
I
Progressive
recorded on my
Black
radio
Talk
show.
Media on 900 AM,
Everything I'm
94.1
telling
FM.
you with the guys on my show. So
and the
you come in one day and I'll play that half hour.
Word Radio.
You're going to go crazy coming out of Charles' mouth, not mine.
Oh, wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
Everybody got
really-
interviewed are the people that are actual people speaking back to you.
Okay.
What is yours, darling? Hello, I'm sorry.
It's time for Check
What
the
is
Weather
hello?
on
What is hello?
WURD.
Wow.
Here's your current weather
And look,
forecast.
the Mummers.
When he ran for president,
Look at
he
this.
cut his hair.
Now look at this. When he ran for president, this guy was the leader of the Mummers. One of my events.
The leader of the what?
The Mummers.
Okay.
The Mummers is a great prejudice group. But because I talk about only one color, and that's red, I shared with the leader of the Mummers. I didn't know he was going to bring to my next event all the Mummers. We looked outside on Fitzwater Street, and these guys were about 100 marching down the street. This guy, because I cut his hair and told him what I was about, he never told me, hey, Woody, I'm going to bring the Mummers on April 4th, the day of Dr. King's assassination. He never told me he was going to do that, but he did. Then those guys come marching down Fitzwater Street. I couldn't believe it. Everybody said, hey, Woody, the Mummers are outside. They all got inside and got on the stage, talked about the fact that we are one color, it's red, we need to pay more attention to the red, which is our blood that makes us the human race. That's basically what I constantly push. If it wasn't for COVID, I would still do 18 years straight. 18 years.
Wow.
I did that for 18 straight years, and I would have been doing it today if it wasn't for COVID. So now, I got to talk to my daughter and do the same thing online. See, there's a way I can do this online.
Right.
And then do short little interviews about what we already did, and then tie it into how this can be a world connection.
I love it.
You see, am I upstairs? If I took you upstairs, this is studio.
For filming?
Filming, bringing people upstairs to do whatever they want to do. Some people want to come down in the shop anyway. But I left that whole apartment upstairs so we can film. Now, this is my superhero. I take him everywhere I go. His name is Melanin.
Melanin Man?
That's his name. Melanin Man is the guy who that I created the superhero. So he doesn't fight people. He fights disease. Mentally, physically, socially, spiritually. That's what Melanin Man does. So
Okay.
I made sure we copyrighted him, we patented Melanin Man, and he is amazing because all the work that we do as barbers are the original doctors. You're aware of that?
Right, you are. You
The
do.
original doctors, the first doctor, right now they have a statue in Rome. His name is Tyson Sanchez, the first barber of Rome, standing today, 2025. So you go up and say Tyson Sanchez, and just look it up, you'll see the history. I look at barbershops as being a way of turning back so that we can start healing people. From shops, there's nowhere in the world there's not one. Do you see what I'm saying?
I
So the
understand.
concept of barbershop talk now will stretch in so many different directions. That's what I was doing with this before the COVID. How am I going to preach about healing if I'm going to get somebody sick with the COVID? So I just said, no, stop. So now, what does God say? Do it online.
Right.
Let's get something together and start rolling. We just do maybe one a month, whoever, teachers, doctors, lawyers, whoever, to show where they came from and to talk about some of these historical people that were here. Bonnie Siegel, he made a record that went around the world. Sat in my chair. He said, Woody, guess what? One reason I made the money is because I was white. That's Bonnie Siegel right over there on the picture. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let me steal your soul. Come on, baby, let the
That's
good
some
times
history.
roll. Oh, man, there's this picture. That's Bonnie right there. That was one of my buddies. He passed now. Turn that light on. Let me turn that light on.
Right here?
Yeah, that's Bunny. I'm gonna turn the light on so you can see him. That's him. That's his last piece. He promoted that. It never went anywhere because he died. But come on, baby, let the good times roll. Went around the world.
Classic.
You see what I'm saying? When you talk about Chubby Checker, he did the mashed potatoes and Chubby the twist. Then you had, come on, baby, let's do the twist. That was Chubby. You had all these dances. This is what I'm writing about now. The dance steps created the history that can't leave because we knew how to do the steps that associated with the song. So we got the dances, we got the songs that'll take us back in history. So my curriculum that I'm working on to introduce to the public schools on this issue of violence, you won't be so violent when you know how much you have to be proud of.
This is a beautiful vision. Very beautiful vision. I'm so happy I get to meet you.
I'm so glad I got a chance to meet you.
So do I look like Connie at all?
For the election.
Well,
He's 18 years old on election.
Connie doesn't look like anybody.
Fast and easy.
That might sound
The rest of the
crazy.
family?
Just go to vote.pa.
Connie is
You can
Connie.
also register by
Okay.
mail.
Separate from any and everything else on the planet. She is her own person. So when I see her and she gets into that rock, you know how she rocks when she walks. She starts rocking around. Something's going on. I gotta figure it out. Whatever she's getting ready to tell me. But I can tell you that her movements already
Super
talk to
excited to
me.
welcome to this program.
Okay.
Her movements told me.
Well,
what
that's
she
a
was
beautiful
gonna do.
connection right
That's
there.
a beautiful. And do you want to sit in the chair Michael sat in when he came here?
Oh my goodness.
And workforce development in the
And I'll get a picture of you and then you and my dad.
Okay, perfect.
Taking program design and strategic partnerships to uplift learners and strengthen the region's
All right.